Okay, so yeah, Panaclator is getting supply blocked here. And that is bad, 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 bad. But it's not even as bad though as the earlier lost probe production, because early probes you have them for so much longer, and if you delay a probe by 10 seconds, that's 10 seconds lost mining time. But it's also 10 seconds lost mining time on the next probe and the next probe and the next probe. And every 10 seconds, that's 10 seconds times the number of probes you're gonna make. It's really spirals out of control. So I'm gonna just fast forward here a little bit. Going up to 4 gateways. Quite late for a 4-gate, but that's okay. I mean, 4-gate is not always the same as 4-gate. You don't have to be aggressive with a 4-gate if it comes this late. Of course, it looks like Panaclator is going to be aggressive. Looks a little bit overeager to me. Since you can just warp in a pylon here and attack from the front, you don't need to knock down these rocks, which will just make you vulnerable later. Anyway, ignoring strategy for the moment, we are going to go up to 10 minutes, as it seems like a good time. And we're going to stop right before the attack occurs. So I can tell you right now whether Panaclator is going to win this or not. Panaclator could have easily a 50% larger army right now. That is my evaluation. 10 minutes into the game. So we'll just be let me just write some numbers down here. We're at 26 probes, and that is a good number. I'm just going to write this down. And the supply is at 68. Oh, and look, Panaclator has... It looks like he's absolutely going to run over his opponent, because the supply differential is gigantic. But as I've said in other casts, you cannot compare yourself to your opponents unless your opponents are very good. By the way, guys, don't send in games like this to be reviewed. It's really hard. Generally speaking, it's really hard to review games where you just crush your opponent. And that goes for your own personal reviews as well. Anyway, but the point still stands. It looks like Panaclator just ran over his opponent, and he should say, yeah, my macro is so great because I had 68 supply and 26 probes at 10 minutes. But let us see just what you can do by 10 minutes. And I'm going to be handicapping myself a little bit here. But oh no. Yeah, oh, did I create or did I join? So yeah, I always have to be careful that I don't accidentally start a game with a real person. Well, I could always actually do that. No, I don't want to get involved in that. Okay, so I'm just going to start a game against a very easy Terran. Very easy just because I don't want to get too wrapped up in actual attacks and things like that. We're just going to focus on macro. And I'm probably going to make a number of mistakes here. Yeah, already slightly missing my first probe. I'm going to make a number of mistakes probably, since I am not... I'm not that used to casting and playing at the same time. But we're just going to focus a bunch on our macro. Don't worry too much about this spamming stuff that I do. It's kind of personal taste whether you want to spam or not. I find that my hands get a little bit locked up and cold if I don't spam, so really helps me loosen up for a game. So I'm going to not wall in. I just don't like walling in against Terran very much. But it's a style. It's a style thing. Okay, so then this pylon is going to finish, and we're ready with our first chrono boost immediately. We don't want to waste any of that chrono boost, but we want to make sure that it goes down right away. So I'm going to be making a gateway on 13 and scouting with that probe. Second chrono boost going down. I do like using that second chrono boost right away. That's a little bit of a style thing, but you want to use it at some point. So I am doing the screen hotkeys that I mentioned. Not missing probes. Not missing probes. Since I scouted later, I can actually make my gas now, even though I spent that chrono boost. Don't worry too much about those micro details, but, you know, good to pay attention to little things like that. I guess I might have wanted this pylon slightly sooner. Pretty good time. Gas is finishing, sending guys to mine gas immediately. Okay, scouting what my opponent is doing. He's making his first marine and gathering gas. So I'm going to get out of here because that's all I really want to know. Now, okay, I accidentally queued up a probe, so I actually canceled that so I could make the cybernetics core sooner. Yeah, you don't want to have probes queued unless you absolutely know what you're going to make next. Like, yeah, but generally just try to avoid queuing. So what I like to do is make a zealot and then make my second gas and then make my third pylon. And nothing. Keep in mind, I'm not microing or anything. I mean, I'm kind of playing with the scouting probe. Oh, I was gonna send him back, wasn't I? Gonna get that warp gate, and I guess I'll get a stalker right away. Throw down chrono boost on both of those, and I'm gonna want to get a robotics really fast, just because that's my habit. Oh no! Look at that! I missed a pylon, and that I said I was gonna make mistakes, and there's the mistake. It's not going to hurt me too horribly bad because I am putting down the robotics facility right now with my extra money. But it has cut into my probe production just slightly. I'm going to make up for that by spending a chrono boost on the Nexus. Next out of the gateway, I'm going to make a sentry. Sentries are overpowered. Chrono boost my warp gate again because... This is all macro. Continuing to make probes. And I need another pylon. This pylon might even be late, but I'm not going to worry about it that much. And how are my probes doing? Look at that. I'm almost at 26 probes, so I'm going to be cutting probes any second. I'll be getting my observer out and reacting to what my opponent is doing, which, of course, since it's a very easy AI, is not going to be much at all. Now, I'm going to make... Let's see. So at this point, I'm going to have a bunch of extra money because I am cutting probes now because I have basically as many as I want. Did I chrono boost this guy? I don't know. So my warp gate is done. I'm going to be able to get some... not positioning my forces that well. I'm not a Protoss player, so...
I'm here in the shadows. I'm here in the shadows.
Okay, and... So I'm going to see what he's... Pretend I saw what he was doing. And it really makes me want to make an immortal for some reason. And I'm going to get... gateway number 4. So this looks like a lot of buildings on one base, and it is. But the difference between this and a normal 4-gate or something like that is that it's really much later, and I have a lot more probes, so I can actually afford significantly bigger army. Sometimes you want to make a second observer. But not going to do that right at the moment. Keeping up pylons is hard when you are... Well, especially when you're talking, but when you're really getting your production up and making a lot of stuff, it is hard to keep making pylons. So, you know, don't feel bad if you miss more pylons than me or something like that. It's just something to focus on. So I'm basically just getting tons and tons of units, and look at this: 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And already I'm at 65 supply. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing the best with screen hotkeys either. I really need a pylon out here. This is annoying, not being able to warp in there. So yeah, I'm not going to bother making a pylon over there. Okay, and we are almost at 10 minutes. Okay. And how did I do? Okay, so I'm at 26 probes, same number of probes. I'm at 79 supply. That was versus the 68. But notice that there's actually a big difference there. So the supply is much higher. But notice I actually got 2 immortals, which are very pricey tech units. So I'm actually farther ahead from the 68 than it appears, because there were those 3 immortal or 2 immortals, I guess, mixed in. And also, I'd gotten those sentries up pretty early. So I had a lot of energy there for Guardian Shields and Force Fields. And so basically, the difference is quite significant in the macro. I actually, since Panislater did do a decent job compared to his opponent at macroing, it wasn't as blatant as I might have might have expected. But just let's look at that game quickly one more time. Sorry if this is getting a bit long, but oh no, not my game. I was looking at the other game. So just on ×8. So keep in mind, I went for a fairly passive build with a robotics facility and then made an army, where Paniklator made an army right away. And I'm just going to go all the way to this battle at the front. So everybody's had games like this where they just feel so good about themselves because they just make, they just run over their opponent like this. But just imagine this same push, but with another 15 supply, including 2 immortals. So immortals are what? Are they 3 or are they 4? Why do I not know this? We're going to assume they're 4. So 2 immortals, 8 supply. So then, like, 2 immortals, 3 zealots, and another stalker or something like that, in addition to this. And maybe a couple of these converted into, like, a sentry and a couple zealots. And that was my army. So the thing is with the immortals, and I even had an observer. That's another important thing. So I had an observer. For example, the immortals could be positioned here to pick off these supply depots and hit the marauders in the tank. It would have been even more of a slaughter, is the point. And you're going to need that. You're going to need that superior macro in the higher leagues. And it is the most important thing. You will absolutely crush all of your opponents if you work on that and get that really refined. Okay, I've certainly made the point enough times now. Hope this was educational. If you enjoyed this side-by-side demonstration, let me know. I just kind of would like to know what people are looking for. Of course, I'm not spending quite as much time doing videos as I was a little while ago. But who knows? I might start again. So, see all you guys later. This is Moduli Stack. I will be doing the Reddit King of the Hill on Thursday, as always. So tune in for that. I'll be doing it all by myself this time, which is kind of scary, but I'm going to enjoy it. Anyway, see all you next time. This is Moduli Stack saying bye now.